Good evening, everybody out there in the world. Welcome to Friday. Summer is well on the way. We've had a lovely couple of days. Anyway, welcome to the films that I watched this week. And we started off, seemed to carry on with the little bit of a John Carpenter mini marathon, so it seemed. And I watched In the Mouth of Madness from 1994 with Sam Neill. It's about this horror author, Sutter Kane. He's gone missing. Sam Neill is sent to this little town to find his last manuscript. And the shit hits the fan. You don't know what's real, you don't know what isn't real. And it's kind of woo, but rather enjoyable. And I give it a 7 out of 10. I liked it. Charlton Heston is also in it, which one of his last film roles. I know he's in True Lies, I think maybe a year or two later. But yeah, In the Mouth of Madness, first time watch, very enjoyable. Then I watched Magnificent Seven, but the 2016 remake. The remake of a remake, so to speak. I've seen this once before. Thought it was okay. Watched it again. Highly enjoyable. A rip-roaring 2 hours and something of Western. I give it a 7 out of 10. Denzel, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke. Just a fun film. Now for context, the original Magnificent Seven, the first Magnificent Seven would get a 9 out of a 10. But this gets a 7. It's very enjoyable. I liked it. Surprised myself by how much I did like it. Then another first watch from 1985 called Life Force. A strange film. Kind of like these humanoid looking people drain the life force out of you so that they can stay young. And then the person that has their life force drained needs to take other people's life force, otherwise they'll eventually turn to dust. And there's lots of dead spots in this, lots of dullness and boringness. But when the actual stuff happens, it was alright. I give it a 6 out of 10. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Then a film called Fallout from 1998. Now, as far as I could see, it's something like this. The Russians invade a neighbouring country. Sound familiar? Then there's this astronaut from the country that's been invaded and occupied, goes into space with American people, and they go to the space station. He hijacks it, but he's also taken some nukes with him. He threatens to nuke some American cities unless they get Russia out of his country. I'm not sure on this one. I give it a 5. I wasn't sure what was happening. It had someone called Daniel Baldwin in it. I didn't even know there was a Daniel Baldwin existing in this world. But it just lacked tension. It lacked thrills. I give it a 5. Nothing great. Probably would never need to watch that, to be honest. Then, a film I saw in the cinema. I've read the book. It's The Martian. You all know The Martian. Matt Damon's an astronaut. There's a storm on Mars. He gets left behind. Everyone thinks he's dead. But surprise! He's alive. This is a film that absolutely relies on you liking the lead character or the lead actor. And Matt Damon is likable. The character is likable. So the film is likable. I give that a big 8 out of a 10. Matt Damon. He's going to science the shit out of it. Then, this film from 2011, Tintin. The Adventures of Tintin, should I say. I don't know anything about Tintin. But it's got Daniel Craig, Jamie Bell, Frost and Peg, Andy Serkis. A big adventure. Like Indiana Jones. Never stops moving. Always something happening. A lot of fun. photorealistic animation. The way they move, maybe it's a bit hasn't held up so well, but the detail in the faces and the buildings, I'm not sure if I like that or I don't like it, but it's a fun film. I give it an 8 out of a 10 from 2011. I'd like a sequel to that. Then I watched The Fast and the Furious. Who'd have thought that 20 years later we've had all these sequels and a spin-off, and we've got another one coming out soon. Simple film. Street racers. Paul Walker's a cop, goes undercover to infiltrate Dominic Toretto's gang. And when you look at it, see how young they are. Jordana Brewster, Michelle Rodriguez, Vin Diesel, also young, so fresh-faced. Some real nice cars that look like shit. When you look at the cars in the Fast 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 15 and 20. But real fun, simple film. And I enjoy it. I give that one an 8 as well. And we round up with a film from last year called Fall. Two soppy girls decide to climb the big arse tower in the middle of nowhere. It's a rusty old thing. It's falling apart, but you don't check that. They're climbers. There's something to climb. Let's go and climb it. Throw in that one of the girls a year before was rock climbing and her husband fell and died and she hasn't climbed since and she doesn't want to live and she's lost the will to live, but her friend practically drags her up there. You know, the old face your fears or fear will destroy you. That type of thing. They climb this tower and they get stuck. When they were climbing the tower on the ladder, I didn't like that. I don't like ladders. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling. I don't even like climbing a ladder to the ceiling. You will not get me climb a ladder on top of a bungalow, but you can lower me down in a helicopter and I'd be perfectly fine. Put me 1,000 feet up on a little 12 by 12 area, 6 by 6 area. Put me in a cage behind glass, I'll be fine. Put me 15 feet in the air with nothing, fuck that shit. But I liked it. I give it a 7 out of a 10. And I don't know if you want to call it a twist towards the end. If you call it a twist, I don't know, but didn't see that coming. But I enjoyed it. I gave that one a 7. And that is everything. Oh, shit. Everything I've watched this week. Have a good week, and I'll see you, all being well, next week.